Okay, so we're running again.
So, people who, unexpected fame, like the texting lady.
Yes, the
She's
texting.
pretty recent, but
Yes, the texting lady is a recent development. So this is a woman who was caught on a security camera in a mall as she's walking through the mall, texting busily on her phone, and she falls right into the pool, sort of the decorative fountain that is in the mall, crawls out, just sort of recovers herself and walks on and kind of drifts into a shop. I assume she's soaking wet, but it's not really possible to tell from the video. And this thing was uploaded onto the internet by some security people and went viral immediately because everybody was astonished to see this woman walking through, and so busy with her texting she just fell into the pond. And but then she got mad and decided on the next day that she was going to sue everybody in sight, and so she's standing there with her attorney. So not clear just exactly where the problem was. I suspect that uploading to the video probably should get you fired from your job, but because you shouldn't probably be taking security photos away from work. But who knows? Not that much else that's wrong with this, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, so she's right. So she's become unexpectedly famous by being so focused on her texting.
and that's what she's claiming in her lawsuit, right? It's the humiliation.
The humiliation that goes along with it, and humiliation is an important aspect of this. I mean, it really is true that things that we do, we probably don't want all of the world to see it. I'm sure all of us do things we don't want all of the world to see. So it's a dangerous thing when people sort of take the liberty to upload it. On the other hand, in this particular video, if she had not identified herself, no one would know who she was because the video is from far enough distant that it's not possible to identify her. And so if she had not identified herself, then she would have been, none of this humiliation would have attached to her. Everybody would have laughed. The only person who would have known who it was her. So I don't think it's. I think she was just trying to get some money out of it, probably.
Yeah.
So.
And then, of course, we mentioned earlier Susan Boyle.
Susan Boyle, right? And Britons want to become famous. Britain's Got Talent winners, and these people who have competed have become extremely famous thanks to the internet. So, this is a program which is, of course, broadcast on television, so lots of people see it. So, everyone in Britain is familiar. But if you didn't know about this from the internet, most of us would be completely unaware of what's going on in Britain. And in fact, one of the contestants, I think it was maybe the year before that, we were living at Cyprus at the time, and a local Cypriot who was living in England was one of maybe the semi-finalists or something like that, and everyone in Cyprus was extremely excited about this because the local guy was actually on British TV and performing and so forth. And of course, everyone saw it because everybody could see it on the internet. So there, it was very nice. Everybody was kind of behind him. Hopefully he's going to win and so forth. But then, the opera singer Susan Boyle or somebody came along. I don't remember which program it was, and won the actual competition. But that's right. The internet completely magnifies or amps up the effect of a performance, and so now everybody can see it. Everybody's talking about it. But it's corrosive too. I mean, even as successful as her performance was, Susan Boyle's, the stress of it was tremendous. I mean, it was clearly affecting her for a while, and so I don't think you want everybody on the planet to see you doing things even as wonderful as her ability to sing, for example.
Yeah, because she had a bit of a breakdown there for a while.
She did have a bit of a breakdown, and the thing is that, of course, the public is not very kind. They will pick apart every little aspect of who you are or your performance or whatever, and criticize it and make fun of it and riff on it and so forth. So it can potentially become very, very unfortunate. So yeah, but still, we know who Susan Boyle is. Her fame has extended to us. So, lots of people do that they wouldn't have known before. So, she is famous. then she has that.
And I thought of another one. The was it Miss America with the maps
yes.
of Iraq?
Yes, right. So the Miss America pageant a couple of years ago, right? The contestant from South Carolina was basically her interview. So you had to apparently field. I guess part of the competition is that the contestants have to field a sort of a random question from the organizers, that they just draw it out of a hat and they ask you the question, and I don't know, I guess the question had something to do with, why can't Americans find America on the global map or whatever? How do you improve Americans' math skills? I don't remember. It was a ridiculous question. And she had no idea. And, her sort of stumbling response, in which she used the phrase such as 3 or 4 times and really stumbled around, became viral immediately. And, it was one of those things, I suspect, had a huge impact on her, and she was actually on a lot of morning talk show programs and things like that at the time. And actually, I thought came across as a pretty poised person after all. But when she's under the pressure of it, and it's so easy to pick apart the small details. I mean, it wasn't a very good performance. But on the other hand, she did step up to compete. So it's a little hard to feel sorry for her too. But everybody has watched her performance, and not everybody, but lots of people have, and has become a key part of popular culture, and people do riff on it routinely. So, yes, inadvertent. And again, you expect if you're in a beauty pageant that you're going to get a certain amount of fame, and you will, but it's incomparable to what you will get if you mess up like she did and have everybody on the planet have an opportunity to see your mess up. So it's really a much bigger scale, and I think that's one of the sort of sobering things about the internet, is that because it reaches so far and so wide, we can all have sort of a common opinion about how well you answered your beauty pageant questions, even though none of us probably were ever aware of who this person was otherwise.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and just the video you showed me today of the Miss America ventriloquist act.
Oh yes, right.
Completely opposite of the map lady.
That's right. So that was this year's beauty pageant, and the Arkansas contestant from the state of Arkansas had this. She had a ventriloquist act in which she yodeled, and it was actually pretty impressive. And you ask yourself, "Wow, I didn't even know you could do that. That's amazing." And then you're asking yourself, "Well, why didn't she win?"